so crazy shit just happened. I just felt energetically the shift of pulling Gaia into the new universe, the new realm. It was intense. Gaia's had come outside to ground with me. And then I heard Lisa. It was revealed to me that Lisa will be the original avatar of Gaia's consciousness in a human vessel. My friend Emily is Gaia's daughter. We all are. But she is another vessel. There's a lot. Fragment out throughout space and time and all that jazz. But those are, for me and my soul tribe, like, that's my Gaia, and that's my Gaia's daughter, right? Emily Love, who has a Reiki studio, so, if anybody is interested in that, track her on Face Kraken and on TikTok. Really, 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 really strong shit she does. She's done stuff. I'm overseas. She's done long distance Reiki work on me. Really good. She got them Jesus hands, which is all energetic stuff. Anyway, so source consciousness is revealed as an outside thing. And the science behind that would be, atoms in space fragmenting out to fragment souls, right? Zeman effect, soul fragmentation. Okay. Anyway, but that's been changed now. Source consciousness. It's not that it's been changed now. It's been like that forever. But this is where, this is what they just want me to share now. Source consciousness was redirected into Gaia. Right? So she's the mothership. She holds the consciousness, the energy that creates the souls, basically. Why are and the angelic realms are scared? Because the earth is at war, right? The planet's at war. And if Gaia consciousness is destroyed, so are the angelic realms. You're gonna kill God. She's God. Think about it. God created humans from the dirt. A woman births a child through her body, her womb. Mankind was birthed from the womb of Gaia. We came from the water and evolved. Take that and put it in the spank bank, as my baby daddy would say. So, we just, there you have it. Gaia's God consciousness. Gaia created humanity. Gaia is God. So first of all, God is a woman. But, everybody holds masculine, feminine energies, right? Gaia's God. We come from Gaia. We are of Gaia, of God. Gaia is nurturing. Gaia provides us with everything we need. Gaia is forgiving, non-judgmental, kind. Right? She can have a lot of wrath, but look what we've done to her. We lash out at our children when they drive us nuts, when they hurt us. Right? I heard that her purges are complete. I knew that was coming. I just don't know when that's going to actually hit the timeline. We do need to understand that there are purges that Gaia has that are not coming from her. That technology is there. And I'm hearing it has to end now. CERN has to end now. The boson Higgs particle is not of God. That's what they're saying. CERN needs to stop now. Like, immediately, right? And then they say that backtracked to when CERN shut everything down. Why? Because God made sure it got shut down. So now, as we come into reactivating CERN, there will be a form of a Big Bang. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to actually see it, right? But there will be a form of a Big Bang. And how that plays out down here is that it will create a new frequency that will radiate forward from now on to create a global awakening where people come back to love. It's also going to go back because the way gravity really works when it comes to the physics of time is that it will ricochet back into when people started to begin awakening, so all throughout time, right? But it's going to cause a new one where it's going to ricochet forward. And there's going to be a mass explosion of knowledge pouring in, I'm hearing. So that's where we come in as light workers, as shadow walkers, as shamans, mediums, as those who have been, are, and will be walking the path of Christ in their own way. I'm feeling sick to my stomach right now. It's the energies. It's a lot coming in right now. I'm hearing it's Gaia. I heard it's Gaia, God. You're God. So you know. Say Gaia's God. Why? Because Gaia birthed you. Your consciousness, right? You are your mother's daughter and son. She's God, you're God. Just gotta remember who you are, guys. Anyway, so CERN is good to go. I hate that they do that. They throw me into the hell aspect of it. They're like, no, you gotta make it stop right now, right now, right now. And then they're like, oh, it's okay. It's shifted now. You're fine. Right? That's where I was like freaking the fuck out because I was seeing the worst of revelations. And then at some point I realized that my consciousness was fractaling out, doing shit throughout time with my awareness of these things that were happening, right? So I could make a conscious choice. I don't want that to happen. So like when I saw a sonar experiment for submarines trigger the Andreas fault line, I was crying, freaking the fuck out, trying to tell people like, oh my god, guys, I look like a madman. I did. But you know, hey, authenticity is the key here, right? And then months later, a new submarine is revealed on the news that actually has the technology to detect earthquakes. Now I don't know when this whole Gaia's not gonna purge thing anymore happens, but I believe it would probably be good to keep a couple of them around California and Japan areas, because California and Japan are sisters, and if one of them has a major event, it's gonna out and cause it on the other end, right? So, don't destroy your God. Take care of Gaia. You know, we have a lot of technology. There's a lot of technology that has been and will be revealed to us to provide for humanity in a way that serves our highest good, you know, economically, financially, politically, I'm hearing. Oh yeah, my new Earth downloads. I have a whole bunch of shit written down. This is where the entire world actually has to come together. Every country in the world has to come together and come to agreements. There has to be world peace for this to happen. Everybody has to come together where the systems get changed. The trade system is going to change. I'm not entirely sure how yet, but we'll get there when we get there. But what was revealed to me, the best way I could explain it, is that there is a one world government, like the Bible said, right? It's a one world government, but it's governed by love. It's governed by love. It's governed by people who have this in tuneness with God, who can perform these miracles of healing, providing an energetic sanctuary, safe space for people. You know, there's people out there who they're coming into telekinesis and shit, right? Like, oh my god, that's really fucking badass, right? So, you know, a lot of these people, in order to really come into these abilities and keep them, you know, because at some point, if you're just fucking around and everything and hurting other people, what God giveth, God can take it away. And I was given the message that people will get de-motherfucking activated for heaven on earth because we don't need y'all pulling your internal hell out of you and projecting it onto other people. So, just basically, all government systems work together. That's what the trade is. Okay. So say Europe, for instance, right? In Germany, and I think in Switzerland, I'm not sure about France, but I know that, you know, in Germany they have Kindergeld. That's money that you get every month for your child, which is kind of what they did in the States with the COVID thing, with the tax thing, right? But they have that here in Germany, and they have, you know, maternity leave, paid sick leave. We have laws for recycling here, right? 1 week they pick up your house trash, the next week they pick up your paper, the next week they pick up your house trash, the next week they pick up your recycling, and then they have glass containers here to sort your glass by color and all sorts of stuff, you know. And me, I recycle as best I can, but, you know, occasionally it's just like, fuck it, right? So, like, we all do our best. But these are specifically these things, especially in the healthcare system, right? Everybody has health insurance here. It's a law. If you don't have a job, and you are not working to where you can't get unemployment, you will have money for an apartment. You will have money for food. You will be able to pay your bills. You might be living below the poverty line or at the poverty line, but you will have all of your basic needs met. And when it comes to healing ourselves, that's the most important part of what we need to have that time to go within, right? It's to have that foundation, that stability, your root chakra, where you don't have to worry about, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to feed my children? How am I going to provide for myself and my family, right? You don't have to worry about that here. That's one of the things that God, Gaia, Source, aliens, angels, whatever, that's one of the things that they told me is going to be like a program, the welfare program for Germany basically is going to get copy-pasted globally. And of course, like, where's the money going to come from, Jones? Do y'all know how much fucking money there really is in the world? How much money there is? Not to mention, we're over here paying a shit ton of money for fucking diamonds and gold and silver, and that's all stuff that Gaia gives us for free. That's stuff that Gaia gives us for free. And as far as I'm concerned, if you find it, it's because Gaia's giving it to you. And you should be free to do whatever the fuck you want with it, right? So if you happen to live on a piece of property that's got a shit ton of gold, bitch, you can barter like a motherfucker. Right? Money is not just currency. Money is energy, right? And there's plenty of money to go around to create a new world. See what time it is. All right. 16:06 on the recording, and it was 12:55 on there. All right. So, angel numbers, look them up. Also, angel numbers, look them up in the Bible. Look them up in the Bible. Bible verses. You'll hear what to look into. Anyway, so global distribution of wealth. Now in America, I know they have this thing, Nasara Jasara is what they talk about, right? But this is global. Okay, you got people who have so much money, we can't even fathom. Like, what do you do with that? What do you fucking do with that, Bill? Motherfucking Bill fucking Gates. Huh? What are you doing? Sitting on all that fucking money, all those fucking assets, taking them, the land from the farmers, buying all this farmland. Do you know how many children in Africa you could be actually fucking feeding with that money? Oh, I'm feeling anger coming in right now. Let me give that to Gaia. She gonna take care of it. Okay. So, I can feel the anger of the people, the sadness, but also the gods, the angels. They do have emotions, They just don't feel them the way we do, I guess. I don't know. It could be a body thing. I don't know. Anyways, that's gonna be cool. Anyway, so yeah, just imagine world peace. Which, I mean, if things play out in any kind of way, the way I think they are, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen motherfucking abruptly. Okay? Where the whole world is gonna be like, oh shit. Oh shit. The world comes to a stop. All eyes on you. You are the full disclosure. That was a message I was getting last year that I was putting out for the collective. Right? So, however this plays out, even if it doesn't play out anytime soon, it's a global system. It's a global political system where we basically take all the best parts of other countries' politics and implement them into one government global system to provide as much stability in people's foundations as possible so that they can all prosper, right? Everybody can be prosperous, but also so that they can take the I'm hearing requested time off, so that they can take the time to really go within and heal. Now, COVID lockdown was supposed to serve as people going within themselves, but then you had a lot of existential type of crisis shit going on because people didn't have the money. You have trillions of dollars of debt, America. Trillions of dollars of debt. And your country is suffering. Your people are suffering. The children in your country are being forced to stay away from their friends and family, wear a mask, stay in the homes. They can't have fun. And on top of that, you're going to throw a bitch fit about how much money to send to families and individuals to be able to provide for themselves and their children. And then the Ukraine gets hit, which I woke up the moment a bomb fucking hit. I woke up the moment that shit happened. Ripped me out of my sleep. Because I felt the energy. I had to close my window. But I felt the energy, right? And that happens. And you're providing billions of dollars. And yes, help them. Help them. Oh God, help people. It's good to help countries in need. But you stabbed your whole fucking country in the back, dude. You stabbed your entire country in the back. Because they needed you to help them and guide them and make them feel safe and make them feel loved. These are the inner children of the collective speaking right now. So if I start crying, I'm sorry. You won't cry, Jones. We got it. Okay. Right? As a political leader, or as a church leader, right? Because the church didn't help nobody. Who was the church helping? Who was the Vatican helping? I don't see y'all helping nobody. Just sitting on mounds of treasure like a fucking dragon, hoarding it all. Do you understand? And I'm channeling right now. Do you understand the predicament you have all placed yourselves into with your actions by contributing, willfully or not, intentionally or not, to the crimes against humanity? It is a crime against humanity to take away people's free will. It is a crime against humanity to take away their liberty. It is a crime against humanity to not disclose the truth about the church. Because humanity is God. So when you lie to your humans about the information you have, you're lying to God. And this has been going on for so long. We don't know who the original people are who remember. I mean, there's names, there's families that people talk about. They will be revealed, is what I'm hearing. However that happens, I don't know. I'm just over here doing mom shit, right? And this. But you had a chance to really show your country and the world how to be a leader, how to provide for your people, how to make your people feel safe and secure within themselves and their homes. And you failed. That's my kid. I had to yell at him. Because he already knows not to be in here when he hears me talking to myself. Anyways. So. You failed as a president, Biden. That's a big global picture. Because the world looks at America first. I don't know why. It's the new Israel, right? In God we trust. But you don't follow any of his rules. You don't protect the children. We are the children of God. Political leaders are supposed to work for the people. They're supposed to provide safe solutions for the people. Locking everybody away at home, making them suffer, not have food on the table. Who the fuck had the stupid idea to not feed children in school if the parents cannot pay for it? And this is where The church is supposed to come in. Okay? This is the stuff that God told me. Alright? The church should be stepping in at every fucking moment. Every fucking moment, there is a child in need. When a child does not have their emotional needs met and their physical needs met, it causes a trauma so severe that they turn into adults like us. People who hurt other people. Rapists. Murderers. People who violate other people's trust and privacy and bodies. People who mutilate other people. That all derives from an unstable childhood. Lack of love. And it goes so far back. It's generational trauma. We just pass shit on to our kids, right? The political leaders of the world and the church has failed the children. Even more so, they actively contributed to harming the children, harvesting organs, sex trafficking. Epstein, that case? What are you guys fucking doing? That's a global fucking case, guys. That is a global fucking case that goes much, much deeper than what you're putting out there. And you know it. And God knows it. You failed your people. You failed yourself. You forgot who you are. You forgot who your soul is. And that's really fucking sad. Because I've seen your higher self. I've seen you and Trump as friends. Alright? I've seen you guys. I've seen a lot of people as their highest self. The best version of themselves they can be. But in order to get to that place, we have to take accountability for the shit we've done. We have to accept it. And we have to find out, why did I do that? So that we don't do it again. You know, I put all my shit out there. Facebook Live, my blog posts, put all my shit out there. I put myself on blast like a motherfucker. Any fucked up thing I ever did, it's out there. I apologize to people who may or may not ever see it. Right? I keep hearing a name of a girl I grew up with. Her name is Sandra. I'm not going to say her last name. She's a blonde girl. Blonde woman now, but she's my neighbor growing up. And I've been hearing her name over and over and over. And then yesterday at the store, I see her. And she was like looking at me, and I was looking at her, and I was like, hey. It's like, I thought that was you. But I'm hearing she is a key holder. So whatever it is she's got, we'll figure that out, right? She lives close by. I'll probably run into her again. But the highest timeline for humanity is where all the governments come together, have peace, nuclear weapons. No. Just no. Just not. Guns should never have to be used. as a form of protection, right? We use guns as a form of self-governing and shit, like, and hurt people. This is such a beautiful planet. And the people are full of potential. You create miracles every single day. You just don't see it. When you saved that turtle that was in the middle of the road, you performed a miracle. Right? That turtle is going to go to the other turtles and go, hey, God's hand lifted me up out of the road and put me in the grass so I wouldn't get hit by a car. Right? Think about it that way. Right? When you save a bee out of your pool, you might have another bee come up and pop you in the forehead and hear the word kiss because you just saved a bee. True story. Happened to me. It's really cool. I loved it. I was like, oh man, that's so cool. Right? The animals, Gaia, they show gratitude, but we fail to see the beauty. Right? Everybody's just, oh, the landslides and the earthquakes and all of the bad shit. But nobody's going, man, we must have really pissed Gaia off. We must have really pissed her off. Right? We can communicate to Gaia and work with Gaia. I asked her to make it snow in the summer. Last year, Isaac and I said, we're going to create snow in summer. And we had a snow/hailstorm in Germany in summer. I think it was in Bavaria, actually, but whatever. Right? Happened. And we created that. We asked for that in March or April was when we asked for it. And we got it in June or July. We said, we're going to have it snow in summer. Gaia, show us a miracle. So, whoever this reaches, whenever it reaches them, if you are a person who has power through money, think about how much of it you really need. How much money do you really need? Again, Bill Gates, I'm constantly hearing your motherfucking name. And I've seen your higher self. I've seen you in the astral realms. I've dreamt about you where you were giving me equations to the universe. So thank you for that, higher self, sir. But the lower self dude over here, that's fucking bullshit. Every cent that you make with your companies and whatever else you affiliate yourself with that brings in money, every single cent that you make as your income should be being redistributed globally. Nobody in the world, unless they are a distributor of wealth, needs to have more than $1 billion. Not a damn person. What are you gonna do with $1 billion worth of fucking cash and assets? Nothing. You're just sitting there living your best motherfucking life watching people fucking die. I see the kids in the street without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? How dare you call yourself a person who cares about humanity? And you have all that fucking money. You have all the money, all that land, all that power. The fuck? Why is Elon Musk out of the equation? Elon Musk. I started seeing him in my dreams and stuff last year. Didn't know shit about him, really. I didn't know shit about him. And then he kept popping up on my TikTok, and I was like, that's funny. I've been dreaming about this dude, and now he's on my TikTok. Time travel TikTok. And I was listening to some of his things. First of all, he cracks me up. He's funny as fuck. I love this guy. Like, I am in love with this dude, right? Not like, I want to be with you, but like, the love I feel for him is like, I'm in love with him. It's because he's a holder of the energy that I see as my husband, right? So there were days where that energy would get really strong into him when I was watching some of his shit, and I'd just be like, whoa, right? But he's a holder of that energy. And I would listen to the things he was saying, and I was like, the things he says, they match the downloads, the messages that I got from God. And then at some point, I would see his Twitter posts. One day I was on the phone. I was on the phone with Isaac, and I was on a bitch rant mode. I was just bitching about shit. I don't even remember what. I do that sometimes. I'll just be on here just bitching about shit. I smoke to ground, so don't fucking judge me. Also, we're gonna legalize the fuck out of marijuana for New Earth. It provides pain relief. It can help with anxiety. It can help with mental disorders, which we'll get into that another time. And it relaxes your mind so that you can expand your consciousness and allow the messages to come in. It opens your third eye and your crown chakra. So, but Elon Musk, I was on the phone, and I was just whining about shit. And then, after we hang up, I see a notification from Elon Musk. And this came in, like, in real time, as I was on the phone. And then Elon Musk had a post saying something along the lines of, nothing compares to a good wine, but he wrote wine, W-H-I-N-E. And I was like, that's not me just talking to my husband, fucking bitching about shit, right? He speaks in codes. Because maybe he's aware, maybe not, but he communicates with the angelic realms, the alien realms, the same way I do. Maybe not the exact same way, but he's getting the messages. That's why he gets those Mars downloads and everything, right? But if Gaia is properly taken care of, and we distribute wealth properly and provide for all the children being humanity, Project Mars might not even be necessary, right? We might not need it. Because Gaia can create more land for us if we need it, right? We can create more land. The volcano eruptions, we created a shit ton of land. I believe Palma. Not to mention, there are ways to create things to live in the water. There are ways to create things to live in the sky. Right? We get the alien technology for flight. Castle in the sky. Get your spaceship. Created by Tesla. That's why they told me about Elon. Him and some other companies, and some scientists, of course, would be working together, and light workers, those who get the downloads and understand it. There's this one dude on Twitter, I forget his name, Andrew, something. Anyway, I follow him. I don't follow too many people on there. He got some shit about holographic technology, which I think might have to do with what I've been receiving as well. So, and yeah, anyway, but so like, there's a bunch of people who would be coming together, different places in the world, different colored skin, hair, languages, right? So we need linguists. They'll be coming together with the information that they have. And we can create a world where we don't need to worry about money. Because money is infinite. It's infinite. Humans put a cap on it. Humans put a limitation on it. God told me, God said, you could literally just go into the internet systems, right? Like, whoever controls the fucking World Bank system, whatever the fuck, right? But, like, God said, you guys can literally just wipe out all debt in the system, zero everything out globally. Nobody owes anybody any fucking debt. And this is something where Biden is coming through, picking up on the stuff, trying to wipe out college debt, right? So that's a good thing, right? You're not a complete fuck up, bro. You're not a complete fuck up. But that other shit had to be fucking said. But, you know, it's always two sides of a coin. But God was like, or the aliens, or angels, Source was like, why are you guys doing it to yourself? You created money. That's fine. You have this whole system going. But you have the funds. You have the funds. You have the technology for the people running the systems, right? Running the world. Political leaders. Bunch of jackasses. That's just my opinion. What do I know? You can wipe out all debt. Nobody owes anybody anything. Right? And then you can distribute wealth, whether that be a lump sum of money or a monthly contribution, however that would be playing out, right? Can be distributed globally. If each family worldwide had a basic income, a basic universal income, despite their job, right? So say you're working, you're making $1,200 a month, but the universal basic income is set to $2,000 a month per adult, right? Per adult in the household. And the government and the churches should be like, we're going to throw that extra $800 on top of your thing. And you know what? That's actually what they're implementing in Germany in some kind of way, to an extent right now. And this was a download that I started getting back in 2020 already. Or in 2022. And Germany's over here starting to try to do that. They're trying to implement that. So the information I got from God, it's going to other people, right? And making it happen. God is in everyone, right? Germany's cool. I'd be bored as fuck here, but that's just because it's that fucking chill. It's chill as fuck. Chill as fuck. So, I'm also supposed to mention that there is a military base here, several that have been shut down. And there's a lot of housing units. That are just sitting there not being used. Being told that it would probably be a good idea to not open up the military bases as a military base, but to use those buildings and those housing units to provide safe spaces for people and to provide homes for homeless people. And there's also this whole thing with, you know, at some point there's supposed to be no borders, no passports and shit needed for travel, simply because if you're living in a country that's overpopulated, right? It's overpopulated and they don't have enough housing for people. People should be able to travel to another country without a huge fucking hassle. They should be able to just go to another fucking country where there's more space, right? Poor fucking China. And y'all, I'm not even gonna start with China or Korea. Some of y'all political leaders just really need to get your heads out your asses and put them in your heart space. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Before you judge someone, judge yourself. Before you try to tell someone how to live their life, try to look at what your life is looking like. You know, like shit happens. You know, shit fucking happens. Put yourself in their shoes. Right? All these rich folk. Everybody in lockdown. All this shit. All these laws. Blah, 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 blah. Imagine if you didn't have all the money you had. Imagine if you didn't have all the resources and the power you had. And somebody came in and told you, you can't go anywhere. You're trapped. You're trapped. Right? How would that make you feel? How would it make you feel if you were told that you had to quit your job if you didn't take medicine that you didn't want to take? How would you feel if you had an autoimmune disorder and the only way to receive a treatment for it was to have to get medication, right? Medication. That your intuition, your God voice, is telling you, don't take it. And then you get your shot and you get your fucking autoimmune disorder medication, but now you have more pain and more health problems than you had before because of the fucking medication that you were forced to take in order to get the treatment you needed. Crimes against humanity. And that happened in Germany to my mother. Okay? I understand. Light part of the spectrum. I understand. Is. I understand. It's a complicated situation. I understand that it's a lot of weight on your shoulders to have to provide and try to do what's best for millions or billions of people. I get that. But trust me, I do. Because the things, the sequences that they would run me through and explain to me, and the things that I had to experience, and trust me, I know. Echo. Stop. I get it. But, you know, you got a bunch of old ass geezers who been doing the same shit for fucking years. Trying to do the same shit. And was it Einstein who said that insanity, right? It's always do the same thing and expect different results. Hello, insanity. Crimes against humanity are not just the, what do they call it? The cabal, right? It's not just all those other organizations and labels and names where they're talking about they do all this stuff, right? Treason against your own people, really. Think about it. It's treason against your own people. To take away their free will. To take away their liberty. And me personally, I feel that it is crucial that people really, really, really understand that at some point, in some kind of way, every single one of us has committed a crime against humanity. In some kind of way. It doesn't have to be some huge fucking thing. Right? If you are committing a crime against yourself, if you are self-harming, if you are hurting your body intentionally, which comes because of trauma, right? It's a form of release. I understand. I've done that in my past too, right? I get it. It's a form of release to feel something, right? That is a crime against yourself. That is a crime against humanity. Because you hurt yourself. And the angelic realms, the God, right? Source, God, does not want to see the children hurting themselves or other people. So, when I went through my awakening, and I had that message come in of how would your ex, your abuser, love you if you don't love yourself? How could he do that? How could he love you if you don't know how to love yourself? That was a smack in the face by God Almighty. A smack in the face by God Almighty. And eventually I came to the point where I had to have a talk to myself. Right? You're your best confidant. I had to talk to myself. I had to feel out my past. Relive experiences that I had buried away so deep. It was like they never happened, even though they did. And they did leave an effect on me, right? Clearly. I had to really go into myself, find my inner child, and become aware of where I was hurting myself, hurting my inner child. And this is documented, where the dreams were coming in to show me that I was apologizing to different aspects of myself through dreams with my children and other things in them. And it was documented. It's online. And I'm working on a Google Doc to kind of just put certain things together just to kind of, show people the healing process and like the angelic stuff and the dragon stuff and all the other things, right? The multidimensional aspect of it. But I had to apologize to myself. I had to look at myself internally, externally, and I had to tell my body, I'm sorry that I hurt you. I had to tell little Jenna, I'm sorry I did not hear you screaming inside of me. I'm sorry I did not pay attention to you. I'm sorry that I hurt myself. And when I did that, I started to see more and more and more how my actions, because I did not know any better, hurt other people. Intentionally and unintentionally. And eventually I realized, even now, I never actually have the intention of hurting someone, but it still happens. Especially doing what I do. I get scattered. God gives me all this information, shows me all these images, and it all just comes in like 50,000 images and words, and it all comes in really fast, and then I'm just like all over the place with my brain, and it's like ADHD on fucking acid or I don't know what the fuck, meth, crack, I don't know, I never did any of that shit, but I never did any of that, but yeah, like, it'd be a lot of stuff coming in, and at the same time, I was developing these abilities where I could feel emotions and energies coming from other people, and I had to discern and learn how to separate my energies from theirs and all this stuff, and it was all happening at the same time, and it would go through these cycles where it would be a higher level of that ability, right? And then here the past year, especially last year from October to now, it was just back to back to back to back to back upgrades, basically, right? And in my process of doing what God was telling me to do and showing people what God was telling me to show people, there were times where I came off as cocky as fuck, but again, those energies take over my body and I let them live out their shit and experience my body as theirs, and we kind of have this energetic merge, and a lot of them will kind of come through to me and I won't notice it. I didn't notice it at first, right? It seems like some schizophrenic or did whatever type of thing, right? But it's these energies that would come through. They talk about the Orisha, I believe, is where the spirits drop into you. Yeah, that started happening to me. And I was like, I don't even know what to do with this. It just happened out of fucking nowhere, right? Why? Because I, as a soul, made an agreement at some point that I would experience that in my human body to be able to relay the messages to the people. All right? As a messenger of energy, as a messenger of love, as a messenger of God. So, I would seem really cocky. But at the same time, I had already experienced that somebody else looking cocky, to me, doesn't mean that they're cocky. It just means that I lack the confidence that they have, right? So your perception of me is a reflection of something that you need to be looking in within yourself. So don't judge me. Look at why you're judging me, right? But I would never, intentionally try to hurt people or anything like that. If I'm in my boss bitch mode, as I call it, my boss bitch mode, my big dick energy, that's that Archangel Michael energy, right? When I'm in that space, I don't just sit there and go, oh my God, right? No. I went on Facebook and I made a post saying, you a badass bitch. Tell yourself you a badass bitch. I posted a picture of myself. I saw myself through God's eyes. I posted a picture of myself and I was like, I was scrolling my phone and I was like, oh my God, I'm fucking gorgeous. I'm gorgeous. And then I said, post a selfie, brag about yourself, and let other people give you a compliment. I put love bombs. I put appreciation posts. I call them love bombs. I said, okay, we're gonna transmute bombs with love bombs for people. All right, had to take a break there. My little one came back. All right, love bombs. Memory retrieved. Thanks. Because I was sitting here for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck was I talking about? Like I said, scattered. It's like we transmute future bombs with love bombs. So let's make a post. And I would tag a person. And I would thank them for their guidance, their support, their services, for whatever it is that they do within their lives and their spirituality, their spiritual journey. I would point out good things about them. And I would, thank them. Or if I got a message from God, I would congratulate him, be like, hey, yo, dude, you're doing this in the astral realms and the angelic realms. It's really cool. If you didn't know, this is what you're doing. I see it. It's really awesome. I love that. I love that part. Seeing the hell realms really, really sucks because you feel it in your body. But the heavenly realms, right? They're real. Your dream space, they're real. It's how you receive messages and all that stuff. It's also where you're creating through your subconscious mind. To your conscious mind. Anyways. They'd make those posts. And I would message someone and I'd say, hey, will you make a love bomb post for this person and this person? So that other people were also contributing to the love bombs to help other people see that they are seen and appreciated. Right? When I got the message from God, you are Jesus, I went online and I wrote, I heard you are Jesus, but that's not a singular you, that's a plural you. You are Jesus. You hold the essence of Christ within you. Right? So, I will take a message from me and I will make it a public message a lot of the time. Because there are specific messages that if they are for me, they are most definitely for other people too. Right? Whoever they resonate with, that depends on your level of awareness and then your ability to shift perception and to accept truths, and some of them are ugly fucking truths, You think God didn't fucking tell me when I was being in my ego? You think God didn't tell me when I was being a dick? Either directly to me or through another person to come through and be like, Jenna, you're being a fucking dick. Right? But again, there's also that whole, okay, I'll sit with it. And I'll be like, all right, let me see. And I'll be like, I can understand why they would see me as a dick right now. But if they were acting like me, and I knew what I knew, right? Like they knew what they knew about me. They saw what I can do. They saw my process, right? They had disclosed that I've helped them, right? To understand things. or to heal things, right? And then they go talk shit about me. But if I see someone who's saying I'm a dick, right? Because I'm in that energy. I'm in that energy of, fuck yeah, bitch, we on top of the world, right? Because I'm feeling good. I'm in my heaven. I'm in my mental state of heaven, where I feel loved, where I feel supported by Spirit and God, where I feel like I am the most abundant, most richest motherfucker in the entire fucking universe. And then I try to spread that by spreading my knowledge and by spreading my love and my truth, so that other people can come to experience those things for themselves internally, which radiates out externally in some kind of way, right? So I'd be like, well, if you were me, then I'd be you, and I'd be using your body to get to the top. Would I see you as cocky or confident? I would see you as confident. And I wasn't always like that. There was a point in my life where I look at people and I'd be like, God damn, that's a cocky ass bitch, right? Holy shit, that person's conceited as fuck. And then later on, I'd be like, why do I have a problem with them being confident? You know? Now, there are people who have a false sense of confidence, and I'll pick up on that, and I'll be like, bitch, you lying. You lying, right? I ain't gonna tell them that they're lying, not unless they ask me. I believe in sharing the good that we see, right? And then be like, this is the good I see in you. Do you see it in yourself? Do you want to see it in yourself? Why don't you see it in yourself? And then we can talk about how fucked up we all are in our heads, right? Self-awareness, self-forgiveness, self-love. Because those are the lessons we learn to come into that understanding, like real understanding of what it's like to look at yourself through other people's eyes and to put yourself in their shoes and then to just see how you want to be treated. People can only love to a certain capacity, right? On how they learned to love, how they experienced love. People can only listen to a certain extent to where they are in their mental and emotional and physical state of being. So, you know, me being a messenger of all these energies, I would have a shit ton of stuff coming in all at once. It would cause physical pain. It still does. Like, I have pain right now. You know, I tried to be there. I tried to listen. I tried to support people, but you got 1,000 fucking voices in your head. You got to sort through those, and then people are trying to communicate to you in person. It's like, I can't. But I still tried because I love these people. So, you know, I tried my best. Dane Cook, I did my best. Fuck yeah, I've been there, man. Fuck yeah. Good. We like Dane. Good. Okay. Just got a message about him. Anyways, so, you know, if I hurt anyone along the way, I'm sorry. Isaac, I know I hurt you, and I'm sorry. Like, I know he'll be back. But at the same time, there's a whole part of me that's like, no, he won't. No, he won't. You know, you know him. You know how he got his boundaries up. But God says expect miracles. You know? And God once told me, you are the miracle of love, right? And I see that in other people, and I've told them. And when I saw Isaac, I saw God. I was like, that's God. That's God. Right? God is love. God is love. And Isaac can be a total fucking dick, too. He can be a real fucking dick. I'm not the only one who got hurt. He's not the only one who got hurt. We all got fucking hurt, right? But then it comes back to compassion and understanding and kindness and forgiveness and unconditional love. Unconditional love means I love you no matter how fucked up you were or are. If I get thrown into your hell and I see something that is being shown to me that you are hurting yourself or something like that, I gotta take into consideration that I'm not just being thrown around realms, I'm being thrown around time. So if I get an image of you beating up your inner child, one, it could very well be that someone else is causing you harm and your inner child is just showing it that way because you're allowing it to happen. You don't have your boundary set up. Two, it could be that you're seeing something from their past, right? You could be seeing something from their past. Now, when Isaac saw me beating up my inner child, that was the last time he spoke to me, he went off on me. He's like, you're beating up your inner child, fucking disgusting, blah, blah, blah. And then he blocked me. My revelations that came through that was, on one level, he was seeing from my past, which I spoke about, where I had to acknowledge my inner child and be like, oh shit, I'm sorry, right? And on another level, he was seeing that, and this one took me a minute. This one my friend Lacey had to help me figure out. And she's not talking to me right now either, because whenever I jumped into the hell realms to deal with the archonic energies, she was going down rabbit holes, and then she got triggered. So there's that. But it'll all work out whenever. Her higher self been helping me. Hell, even her lower self be helping me. Right? I get the information that she puts into her head doing research. I get that information. I recently got the message that the information I've received over the years through channeled messages pertaining to things she's doing research on now is proof to me, for us, that I have been hearing her since before we met, and that she was indeed one of my spirit guides. Is one of my spirit guides. And I met her in person. Right? Collective consciousness. Telepathy. Time and space. So, but I had to see that during this time when I was talking to Isaac, I was not setting my boundaries. I was giving more of myself to him than I should have been because of the love I had for him. But I should have been focusing more on my needs. I was helping other people. I was posting everything Spirit was telling me to post. I was doing all this shit. And my internal externalized, right? I was scattered from all these spirits and all these entities and all these energies coming in at the same motherfucking time. It externalized as me being scattered. Scattered in my house, scattered with the kids, scattered online, on this profile, on that profile, talking to this person, this group chat, right? I wasn't able to fully dedicate myself to any of it the way I really wanted to, because I felt like I had to do it all at once. So in that sense, I was giving more than I was actually able to, and I was hurting myself. I was draining myself, right? So in a sense, yeah, that's what was going on. Just that whenever he saw that, he didn't stop to think that the reason for it was not that I was intentionally trying to hurt myself. It was that I was trying to be there for everyone else, and I wasn't taking enough time to focus on me. Which is why a few days ago when I exhaled, I heard my soul put the message out to bring in the separation that came in between me and him a few months ago. And God told me, don't be angry at the sequence. Don't be mad at the way it happened. Because that's a story that had to play out for lessons for the other people involved as well. But it was me, my higher self, in the now, that relayed the message to the higher selves, to the past, to bring in the separation of these twin flames, so that Jenna can spend the next 4 or 5 months, whatever long it's been, doing her astral job, her angelic job, as an angel, alien, human hybrid with awareness, right? So that she can do her job, so she can finish her realm work, so that she can come back into her body more, so to say, be more grounded, be more in the now, so that she can really focus on the people that are important to her, right? Which would be my kids. I spend more time with my kids now. You know, like, I felt like a really, really, really shitty mom during some of this stuff because I did not have it in me to be the mother that I used to be, because God's got a lot to say, you know. I see that reflection. I see that. Anyway, so I was beating my inner child in a way, right? But it wasn't because I don't love myself. It was because I was loving you more than I was loving myself. And I shouldn't have done that. Because last year I told myself I put myself first. But then I stopped doing that. Right? So, you know. But now I'm in a place, hopefully, right? Hopefully I'll stay in this energy space where I would be able to fully devote myself to him, right? To my family. To provide support, emotional, you know, mental, physical, whatever they need, whatever I can provide, you know. I just have to constantly remind myself to keep my boundaries up so that I don't drain myself, right? If I empty my cup into yours, what do I have to drink? Nothing. And I drink a lot. Look. See this motherfucker? I drink like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these bitches a day. Because Jesus walked on water. Communication is key. And water helps you. And don't drink as much as me. You probably don't need it. Right now, I don't need it as much as I was either. It goes in cycles. Sometimes I'll drink one of them and then... But the past few months, I'd be drinking a shit ton of those. At one point, our water had a bacteria that I guess usually is in Africa that kills people, and I was drinking 5, 6 of them a day. And they had the fire department going around here, ringing the bell, saying, boil the water, there's bacteria in it. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh shit, that kills people. It dehydrates people. It kills them. I didn't get nothing. I was thirsty as fuck, but I didn't get nothing. And God said, you transmuted it. I don't know. Maybe they just caught it in time. But as much as I was drinking, I wouldn't fucking know. Anyway, I'm a blabbermouth when this shit happens because I'm not just speaking Jenna, I'm, you know. So their names come in and tell me what to say. So. Anywho. Screen record is needed for the segments that you would like to be... I don't know what. They told me people should be screen recording shit. I don't fucking know. I'm just doing what I'm being told to do. If it is not of love, it is not of God. Fucking politics. Bye now.